Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcrow here, and we're back with the UAL Season 2, week number 9. Like I said, I wouldn't upload week 8, but I will be here with week 9. We're facing iPro, who has 2 mods on his team that I didn't know he had, and that's Licky Licky and Niddle King. I thought he had Snorlax and something else. I forgot what it was. But yeah, so he's got a small advantage here. Very unfortunate for me that the league document wasn't updated. I guess I should have checked the trade section. Anyways, I'm gonna lead off with Alakazam, knowing that it's my best lead. He's gonna lead off with his Rotom, and not wanting it to take any damage, he switches immediately out to his Celebi. I go for Protect there to see if he was the Zoroark in disguise as Rotom. So I think that was my best play, and he's gonna U-turn out, and I'm gonna switch into my Mandibuzz, and basically he gets his Mega Altaria in, and it's just gonna be a problem for me, just like it was last match. Goes for the Hyper Voice. Again, he brings a special set because the physical set is walled by Wheezing. I'm gonna be able to go for the Sludge Bomb here. It's not gonna do much as he switches in his Niddle King and goes for the Toxic Spikes, but I got the Hidden Power Ground. Get off a little bit of damage here. He switches out into the Celebi, which is fine. I go for the Hidden Power Ground again, but it's not going to do much this time. He is going to go for the U-turn, and he's going to take Rocky Helmet damage. So good prediction on my part to just stay in there and not let him U-turn out to his Mega Altaria on my Mandibuzz switch again. So I set up Toxic Spikes that turn as he brings in his Rotom, and now I'm going to switch out into my Mandibuzz, knowing that Volt Switch or Thunderbolt ain't going to do enough to scare me. And he's going to go into his Niddle King. Good play on his part, so he can go for the Ice Beam, but here I can just roost this off, knowing that they don't do enough, basically. Like, they don't do enough. So a really nice bluff on his part to set up Toxic Spikes with a Scarf to make me think he wasn't Scarf. I'm just able to roost all this damage off. And then predicting him to go into his Altaria like he did last time we played. This is a division match, so we've already played once. I'm going to predict that and go into my Mamoswine and be able to fire off an Icicle Crash, or opt to set up my Stealth Rocks, as I do. Stealth Rocks are a little bit more important. He has no way to remove hazards, so good for me, bad for him. He goes for the Wish, switches into a Celebi, fine by me. I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Ground, predicting his Niddle King to accept the roost, or the Wish, excuse me. And again, he can go for the U-turn if he wants, but he would take Rocky Helmet damage. But he does make the good play and goes for the roost, or the U-turn, as I go into my Mandibuzz. And here I'm going to switch out again into my Wheezing. This is a mixed defense set. You really can't take on Mega Altaria. Like, what can? Not much, right? So he's gonna go for the Hyper Voice again, knock me out. And basically he's in range of Mega Alakazam, he's in range of Garchomp, he's in range of Greninja even. And he's gonna switch out here into his Licky Licky. And I'm gonna go for the Earthquake. That's 38%, so fine by me. I'm gonna go for the Swords Dance here, predicting him to Wish. And he's actually not going to Wish. He's going to go for the Ice Beam and knock my ass out. So good play on his part. He's up 6-4 now. Very problematic for me. I'm going to bring in my Greninja and start hazard stacking. You know, he has to have Protect if he has a Wish. So I'm going to set up a Spike there. Now he's probably going to go for the Wish on this turn. And I set up another Spike. So that's fine by me. And then he's going to switch into his Altaria, maybe predicting another Spike, but I'm actually just going to go ahead and knock him out with the Ice Beam. I can't allow that thing to receive a Wish, because it's very problematic to my team. And he's going to bring in his Rotom here, and my best play is just go for the Dark Pulse. That's 53%, and it gets the Flinch. So I'm able to go for another Dark Pulse and knock it out, or do a lot of damage to something on his team. He decides to sack off the Niddle King, which is a good play on his part, and just going to take it out with Dark Pulse there and see what he wants to go into now. He goes into the Licky Licky. So basically here, he can just, wish it off. So I'm going to go for the Spike and he actually turns out to be the Zoroark, which goes for Sucker Punch. So getting a spike, another layer of spike there was, my best play. Here he goes for the U-turn, and I'm just gonna roost. I think I roost. Okay, no, I go for the knockoff. So it's kind of like a mid-ground play if he did just hard switch out, but he U-turned out, which is fine. He does have the Ice Beam though, so I'm actually going to predict his Ice Beam, but he goes for the Wish, so good play on his part. I'm going to go for the Icicle Crash because it's my best play. I need a Flinch to get some damage off on this thing, and his Rotom can't switch in on it and take 2. I do get the Flinch there though. Unfortunate for my opponent, but good for me. I'm going to be able to knock him out with the Earthquake there. Didn't want to risk the Icicle Crash miss or a roll, so I go for the Earthquake to guarantee the knockout. He brings in his Rotom, goes for the Hidden Power. I'm not sure what kind of Hidden Power that is. And then here, Mega Alakazam is going to be able to put in a little work here. I can knock out the Rotom, and I can knock out the Zoroark if it switches in. Because this is basically a 50-50. Either he goes for Sucker Punch and knocks me out, or he predicts me to switch into my Mandibuzz. I'm on the back burner here, so I actually have to make the plays, and I'm going to predict him to predict my Mandibuzz. And I'm just going to go for the Dazzling Gleam and knock out the Zoroark. And basically now he's got the Celebi, the Licky Licky, and the Rotom. The Celebi being 63%. Takes a lot from Shadow Ball, and I get a critical hit, which apparently didn't matter because he was a Spidef set, and he's just going to forfeit there, and Mega Alakazam is going to pick up the last 2 knockouts on the Rotom Wash and the Licky Licky. Opponent, he's salty, but he has every right to be if his Celebi was a Spidef set, but his Rotom was at 34% and then would be at 22%. I don't think it could take on my Mandibuzz. Basically, I don't roost with my Mandibuzz in the late half of the game because his Rotom could pain split up, and then I couldn't beat it. So basically I had to just go for the knockoff, the U-turn, whatever I had to do with my Mandibuzz. And between Mega Alakazam and Mandibuzz, I don't think the Celebi could win. Especially I go for Shadow Ball there, and his U-turn couldn't knock me out, so if he brings in his Licky Licky, it takes rocks and spikes, and it's down to like 48% or something like that, and it takes a lot of damage from Psychic, and same for Rotom. It can't come in on spikes and rocks and live a Psychic. So basically, he couldn't knock me out with one hit with the Celebi, and I go for Shadow Ball, and then I just go for Psychic or Dazzling Gleam after that to make sure I knock out the Celebi. Probably just go for Shadow Ball, because even if he switches into his Licky Licky, it can't take a hit and then a hit from my Mandibuzz as well. So I don't think the critical hit mattered in who won this match, but it definitely mattered in, like, knocking out the Celebi. What really did matter was the Greninja Dark Pulse Flinch on the Rotom and the Mamoswine Flinch on the Licky Licky. Problematic for my opponent, but not so bad for me, I suppose. Don't like winning that way. It's not very fun, but a win is a win, and that's how week 9 is going to end. Hacks happens, I guess. If you like, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.